Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am talking of a man who is a trade union veteran, who started as the president of the National Union of Health Technology Students while a student. Then secretary of our own Borno State. He became the national president, Medical Health Workers Union, Medical Health Workers Union in Nigeria, and later treasurer, Nigerian Labour Congress. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a man who, while handled the leadership of Maon in Nigeria, recorded many achievements to his name and credit to his administration. He is here with us. In 2015, the Nigerian workers elevated him and made him the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress. And shortly before his election for a second term in 2019, he was also elected the president of the International Trade Union Confederation. While Comrade served as the Maon president, we all can attest to the fact that is it the secretariat, is it the hotels, there are too many to mention. And then we talk about his achievements while being the NSC president. Is it the robust way workers got that which they deserve? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen and great comrades, I introduce in our midst a chieftaincy holder. I am talking of no other person but Chief Comrade Ayuba Philipus Wawa. Celebrate our chairman, rise to your feet, give you a wonderful standing ovation, and we will welcome him today. Celebrating you today. Indeed, at the 11th Quadrennial National Delegate Conference here at the North. Yes, thank you. Bankadazua is all we can say for now. Please may you all take your seats. And later we'll accompany you and take you from where you stay to where you're supposed to be at today's event. And those to our chairman for today, we recognize Honorable Abdul Hamid Abdul Minjibin, the member of Kano State House of Assembly, Kano State representing the Deputy Governor of Kano State, His Excellency Comrade Aminu Abdul Sanada. Can we please give His Excellency the Deputy Governor of Kano State a warm welcome? He is ably represented by a member of the Kano State House of Assembly. This is the United. And also, may I salute in our midst the chairman NNPP, all the way from Military Local Government, representing the honorable member, National House of Representatives here today, Military Local Federal Constituency, Honorable Sami Adamu Wakili. Now we please put our hands together for him. And at this point, I told you, it will be a soft working relationship with my bigger brother over the microphone. May I humbly, at this moment, have a member of the board of Dr. Babis. May I humbly invite my brother to the microphone. your hands together and let me hear you. My people, clap as much as you want God to bless you. If you clap this morning, your blessing is small. If you clap the blessings, then turn to your neighbor and say you are welcome. Give me a handshake or her handshake. We are health workers. Handshake is it's a therapeutic tendency in the health sector. So please give your friend a handshake, please. Thank you. Your Excellencies, very distinguished comrades here present, members of the Diplomatic Community are present, very international level conference, other members of the scholars are present. We feel very honored by your presence to celebrate the very uniqueness of the beauty of constant solidarity with the view to chart a course for a very better collective bargain for the beautiful welfare of the Nigerian workers. Indeed, today I saw a lot of dignitaries here present. I felt very happy. I saw the national president of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, my very dear friend to the brother. He's also the deputy president of the National Conference, Comrade Amber. How do you please bless the judgment? Thank you very much. You know, I remember when I was a chief, before I joined the public service of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, may I sincerely acknowledge the very presence of the one from my father in peace. He is representing the district head of Vindicator, where I come from. Well, he might be surprised when I say where I come from. The representative of His Excellency, of His Royal Highness, especially admired my face. And who is representing this very wonderful Nigerian? What is Al-Hadi Dayabu? He is also the Muslim member of the We know that the struggle always brings profits. Those who come from others will work for you. All the leaders of the welfare for their members, God will work for them. And there is a proof to that. When I associate society, work for the National Conference and the Nigerian workers, God comforted and rewarded him with the exalted seat of executive government. And so therefore, the former chairman and the workers of Nigeria worked tirelessly, and today God rewarded him with an exalted position as the Honorable Commissioner of Health, and this is no longer a position, ladies and gentlemen. Comrade, you shall have such my life. Let us have and also, you begin to imagine what happened with this cross capital of responsibility. A very serious, absolute, level that way will constantly remain focused and visionary in terms of management. Yesterday, he was the Secretary for Policy. But to tell you today is the Honorable Commissioner in Information and Culture, Policy. And this is no other ladies and gentlemen, but Comrade Usman Tantaraki. Let's put our hands together for ladies and gentlemen. Well, my dear brother, my co-MC, was trying to throw some surveillance, but his father was shot, his mother was shot, and look at the result. He made the decision. The result is still very good. Well, the result is very good is because dynamites are very small, but they can bring down the mountain. So let's try to get up for the next. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may we acknowledge the very presence of the SA political right honorable Speaker House of Representatives here present, Comrade Absalam Babakayone. Please let's celebrate, ladies and gentlemen.
We appreciate your solidarity. Thank you very much. Well, I remember and I still remember vividly that we're supposed to have a Minister of Foreign Affairs. And I think immediately past President of the is here, who's put on as the global president. Please try to help us. We'll consolidate you, the National Assembly, so that we'll have Federal Minister of Men Affairs. Those who are supposed to say aye, those who are saying nay, I say thank you very much.
Do you know why I said this? Do you know why I said this? Women are
very, very intelligent. They say a nation without a woman is like a nation on leaving. One day, this very woman, she loves her husband very well. Whenever she calls you in the evening and says, honey, dear, how are you? You said, fine. She said, are you at home? You said, yes. On the blender, if you are at home, you on the blender. That is honesty of men. Are we together? Then another day again, she was in the office and called, hello, honey, where are you? He said, I'm home. Please, can you on the blender? I went and on the blender. The third day, the guy wanted to go and take one bottle. I don't know whether it is Coke or Martina or what, but only one bottle, I don't know. You can judge it there within yourself. So when you now you one blender to the beer parlor, he plucked it and then there was wash bottle. Incidentally, the wife called, honey, how are you? I say yes, on the blender. He goes on the blender. Meanwhile, the time the wife came back home, and he was at home. Please, you woman, who was more intelligent? Who was more intelligent? Nah, lie, never the British. So now when she was for and made the children, he said, where is your daddy? The first son said, oh, you welcome. Daddy carried the blender to go and repair. Who was very intelligent among them? Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Please, I want to advise all of you that there is a case yesterday in the 4th headquarters. For those of you who are going to Abuja for the first time, I'm very careful. There was a case in the 4th headquarters. One guy went and stole Sokaway. Be very careful. If you go back to the president, please don't mention Sokaway. Because they don't make it easy to Sokaway now. No advice on these issues. And I take on that. Thank you very much. Secondly, please put your hands together for ladies and gentlemen. Something happened to me last week Thursday. Put your hands together for me. Last week, His Excellency, the Minister of FCT, approved my CFO. Please clap for me, it's not easy. He approved my CFO, presently I'm the owner of AY British. Our owner about to recently. So for those of you playing AY British, very careful for this. I can decide to upload, especially the boys people, the people, and they do be very careful. Treat me well and I know that our high will not right here. Thank you very much. Please let's put our hands together for our very selves. Just like I told you, I said I have a friend and a brother here. Please next time I'm a friend, don't make a mistake. In fact, just like I said, dynamites are small, but they can bring down the mountain. So let's celebrate ladies and gentlemen.
I can see that you are clapping according to my height and stature. If you believe that what your eyes are seeing is not commensurate with what is deposited inside of me, then clap according to what you feel. And I remember when we were students at university, we were going to do some teachers and we were told that you know what about the leader, and we use them as motivation. So if you want to try, this guy don't coach himself with the words of veterans, and he don't die inside the well. Who will be God? For now, we want to salute in our midst former special advisor to Kano State, our neighbor, We're talking about the person coming, Isa, Yusa, Darua. We also have in our midst the special advisor to the governor of Katsina State on Igbo, Corporate, Igbo, Lawan, Sauna. We also have Corporate, Walu, Ruchi, Yakasili, the Consultant Institute of Labor Studies, all the way from Kano State. And then we also have the Deputy National President, NLC, representing the President of NLCC. We have already been announced. But for now, just before I sign out today, I want you to tell us that we are here. When we start up for formality, we move for formality. For now, let there be formality going on. I just want to put a question. Looking at me, imagine that if I was not born in Nigeria, what country would you think I would have come from? I don't want to cross answers. Again, which country would I have come from? Which country? Same country. No, I want you to imagine if I was not in Nigeria, which country you think I will come from? Wait, which country? Hey, mommy, you don't like you. So as you look at me where I'm okay, I know you like me. Please tell me which country you have come from. Go. Why are you people calling these kind of countries? Don't you have London, America, Switzerland? But man won't lie now, they enjoy our country. Because I'm here for Nigeria. Everything day in all specification. Whether you like them tall, short, black, fair, fat, slim, all of us stay and in a situation to manage. Please put your hands together for yourselves. So one last question. If I be moved to a car, which kind of car would I be? If you call people, I will show you this one. In fact, I'm going to ask you this question again. Maybe that these people have bad intentions with me. Please celebrate yourselves. I pass it over to my senior colleague.
Hello. Incidentally, his name is MC Develop. Those who believe in development, let me see your hand. But I think development is necessary to destroy force. All right, then, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, maybe partially acknowledge the representatives of their veterans that are present. We have in our midst Al-Haji Ahmed Kafif Hausa. Please let's get a hand to the ladies and gentlemen of veterans. And also we have Al-Haji Kabir Al-Hassan. Please let's get a hand to the ladies and gentlemen. And also, in our midst, may we acknowledge the presence of Al-Haji Garba Kadi Soko. He's one of our veterans as well. Please let's put our hands together for the ladies and gentlemen. Please let's put our hands together for the ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you believe in the truth, let me see your hand. If you believe in saying the truth, let me see your hand. If you believe in telling lies, let me see your hand. All of us will believe in telling the truth. You know, I remember when I was in ABU Jos. Hello? I said I remember during my school days when I was in ABU Jos. It was later on I left Bayero University in Nobu, where I read Pamaya and Matrimonial Engineering. Presently, I'm a staff of 9 Sheraton Hotel, Bauchi State. Please clap your hands together for me, ladies and gentlemen. It's like we are kicking, it's like we are starting right away. As the Royal Father is within.
May we acknowledge the very presence of the Royal Father of the day, who is beautifully stepping into this very wonderful reception area.
welcome to the 11th edition of the Quadrennial Delegate Conference of the Medical and Health Workers of Nigeria, with the theme, the Nigerian health system in the area of economic bounty, issues, challenges, and way forward. This is a very, very wonderful theme because it is geared towards putting strength and charting a course for a better future for the Nigerian workers, not only in the health sector, but it is not about the business that has to do one together. May I have the privilege and honor Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, members of the diplomatic community, may we quickly invite to the top table where Father of the Day visits our meet, very brilliant Nigerian, man who lives in reality, justice, equity, and fairness, those who live in constant experience of justice. Ladies and gentlemen, his acceptance to be the real Father of the Day for the ceremony gives us a clean joy with reality as well. Please, may I have the privilege and honor to invite the very royal Father of the Day to take his royal seat up there and referring to His Excellency Alhaji Nasiru Ado Bayero OFR, the Emir of the Please, let's have his presence. And also get by a true comrade, very, very thoughtful. He's practical and very effectively as possible, medically closely in our hearts as our leader and the chairman for this very ceremony. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, he is also the global president and make us very, very proud. He just landed this morning, then rushed to this very, very venue because there was a lot of us about the area. But concretely, Dr. please come forward, take a seat as the chairman of the region. Please let's celebrate one of them.
Our chairman is the giveaway of EA4 and the designer Malama of the Delegate, Chief Delegate. I think. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I invite the representative, the president of the Nigerian
Conference. Sorry, the true comrades are forgivers. So I believe if you forgive my mistake, put your hands together for me, ladies and gentlemen. May I have the pleasure of honoring ladies and gentlemen to invite the President of the Nigerian Labour Conference, Comrade Joe Ajero, to please join the club. Please let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. A true Nigerian, and the member of the police, who welcome Nigerian workers, who are never in this country, who are never seen here as a friend, but constantly resilient as a friend.
You can do that, but we're streaming on the Labour Congress.
I remember those years when I was a member of the electricity union. The current NSS president was a national president as well. When I came to the board to bring down one line I was not supposed to give it to the presidential villa, and he said no, I should come now. So let's go back and take a look at it. May we put our hands together while we acknowledge the very presence as well as invite the top table, the Deputy Governor, Niger State.
Bendo.
May we invite to the top table the Sabah Deputy Governor of the State, Comrade Yakubu Garba. Please put your hands together, please, to welcome you to the top table. And quickly invite the acting president, the Medical and Health Workers of Nigeria, the Magaking Major. I do tell you that please don't mind their sizes, but mind the content they carry. Ladies and gentlemen, please may I have the privilege and honor to invite the acting national president of the Medical and Health Workers of Nigeria, Comrade Dr. Kabir A.S. Mijiber, fellow Chashaka of Business Diplomacy and International Management, and a fellow SNIL. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside Secretary the Secretary General of the Union, the Acting General Secretary of the Union, Comrade Alfonso Yusuf Iyawa, to please on the table, while I also quickly invite the host chairman, Comrade Abubakar Shanabo, to join the top table. Please let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. And we begin, ladies and gentlemen, we will quickly may I invite to the high table the pleasure and presence of the Deputy Governor of Kano State, ably represented by a member of the Kano State House of Assembly, Honorable Abdul Hamid Abdul Ejiri.
Can we please put our hands together for him? We like to acknowledge the presence of SSA's Honorable Babi Shehu Lama Adobaya Peters, Director of Public Health, Federal Ministry of Health, Sayo Walker. This is for our acknowledgement. May I also acknowledge His Great Ibeji Wogopara, President, National Association of Academic Technologists, Sayo Walker. This is acknowledgement. We give him a round of applause. And also for recognition is Comrade Ibrahim Walama, the General Secretary, Construction Union, as well as Comrade Kugu Bajoga, PS, Local Government Service Commission, Gombe State, who is former Maroon Gombe State and National Vice President, Northeast Zone, Sayo Walker. And last but not the least on this acknowledgement are our veterans. Without doing that, may I quickly acknowledge our veterans. Ibrahim Jibril Sokoto Umar Sadi Kan Kaya Alhaji Kantia, please. Alhaji Sirago India Tom Odeogu Hadesha, Comrade A. Farouk, and retired Deputy General Secretary, Triple Secretary, Zone Secretary, Northeast and Northwest. We please put our hands together for the veterans so far. Please, cameramen, we appeal to you, please. You know, technology is already very simple. Stay away from them and zoom and get with your staff, please. You must not come unless you can use it at the time. May I quickly invite the representative for the Honorable Minister of Health, person of Honorable Rabiu Shehu Gamawa, the SSA to the Honorable Minister of Health as well, please. Let's put our hands together while we invite him to the top level. Let's celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. And also may we quickly invite the representative of the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment, person of Haji Yusuf from Parliament, the Director of Treasury Union Services and Government Relations. Please put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside with you, ladies and gentlemen, may we invite our very indefatigable Registrar of Treasury Unions, the person of Dr. Comrade Salomon and most please join us. Thank you very much. Let's celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. And also for acknowledgement, we recognize His Royal Highness Iwe Oguaji Aulana of Enugu State. Sayo, welcome as a veteran. We also acknowledge Comrade Dr. Edoy Ebara, former Deputy National President, Rector, School of Medicine, Suka, Enugu State. Sayo, welcome. Please celebrate with our hands. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen,
May I invite, they said that I'm from Ghana. My friend is from China. They all things beautiful. Please may I invite my very good brothers from China, from Ghana, to join the cocktail. And my friend, if you like, you wait for our Chinese brothers to come, please. Please, my Ghana, let's put our hands
Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in Lagos, your capacity joining with Yoruba language. But hence, when the body language, I think will be constitution. Please, let's put our hands together for the PSI Africa, Comrade Sani Baba, our lady here. Please, let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We appreciate the social thank you for the technical celebrating the education and quadrennial conference of our Union Medical and Health Workers Association. Take place today at another session of the country. Thank you very much. We want to appreciate for very long the Nigerian Labour Congress was streaming very events live. Some of us have never been seen live, today will be seen live. Someone like me, but I told you I went to Lagos because when I left Lagos, then I went to Bayero University in Ogun. So thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Being part of this very country, we are constantly very patriotic about dear country. But before that, I acknowledge the presence of the State House of Assembly, Kano State, Comrade Honorable Musa Ali Kato. Please let's my hands for ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming with us. While he takes his please, may we be so passionate enough and patriotic to be outstanding while we take the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to officially kickstart this event, because some of us will be going back to Abuja today. Thank you. Let us all stand the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Song. In our hands is blessed of power, greater than the holy dawn, greater than the might of our is magnified above the fold. We can make the birth and the wall from the ashes of the old. into Sodom and Josh with his might. Is there anything left us for to organize and fight for the union makes us strong? Solidarity, solidarity forever. Solidarity, solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Is that they have taken on millions that they never tried to end, but all of some of those sort of necessary we can break their haughty powers in our freedom when we land for the union makes us strong. Solidarity, solidarity forever. Solidarity, solidarity forever. Solidarity, solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Namaste. When the union inspiration to walk in the sugar, depending upon greater anywhere beyond the sun. Yet what force on earth is bigger than the feeble strength of one. For the union makes us strong. Solidarity, solidarity forever. Solidarity, solidarity forever. Solidarity, solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Your Excellencies, when we were singing the solidarity song, I saw the royal father begin. Somebody tried to stop me, be told me, no, I was in Europe before, I am still in Europe. And you know, there is a sole chief or traditional leader that will not be happy seeing his children well dressed, beautiful looking like this, and you see the time of standing. Once again, let's celebrate our rights, ladies and gentlemen. At this very juncture, when this is ladies and gentlemen, may I invite the host, Comrade Abubakar Shadawo, to quickly give us a very brief welcome address. Please let's go ahead and ladies and gentlemen.
The emir of the chief, the chairman of this occasion, my own friend, my own brother, Comrade Baba, and the special guest of honor, and the business of us, His Excellency, my own brother, the chief conqueror of the United States, in the presence of Comrade Yakugodwa, the commissioners who are present here, the acting national president, my mentor, my brother, Comrade Dr. Kabir Adonai, our international guest present, the invited guests, the veterans, our delegates, the speaking and presence, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I say good morning. Welcome speech by Comrade Shadawo, the President of welcome speech by Chairman of Nigeria, FCT Council, on the occasion of the 11th Quadrennial Delegate Conference, holding on Friday, 8 March 2024, at Anana Conference Center, Kakabesi, Abuja. I'm honored to on behalf of the State Executive Council, State Working Committee, State Executive Council, and the entire membership of Nigeria, FCT Council, to welcome you in the 11th Quadrennial Delegate Conference, holding in Nigeria Kansas territory FCT, the standard of unity. I want to appreciate the Almighty God, the giver and the sustainer of our life, for granting each and every one of us judgments from love and promise of the nation, against the backdrop of the nature of our roles, the insecurity and the high cost of transportation amidst the economic downturn in the country. I would like to use this opportunity to appreciate the Honorable Minister of FCT, Honorable Barrister Wuke, for sharing capacity for leadership evidence in the primary security by demolishing the area structure across the FCT with headquarters, where have been criminals and bandits. Today, we have the peace in the FCT. The ongoing road construction in the city and the city area council by the FCT leadership is effort to see the dividends of the democracy are being delivered and heard by the people. And today, heavy duty machines are seen all over what we are to hand over for completed roads at a specified time for the benefit of the people. Their friendly disposition and commitment to serve our welfare is also heard by the proper payment of salary of the payment of approved palliative and implementation of other allowances to health workers. However, our personal appeal that you kindly expedite action to address the following. 1. Implementation of the review consolidated infrastructure projects in the FCT and the area councils. 2. Payment of ideas hazard allowances in the FCT and the area council. This will, in no small way, cushion the effect of the economic hardship faced by our members. I would even want to appreciate the leadership of Maun, led by our amiable, my brother, my mentor, Comrade Dr. Ado Kabir Benjamin, the Magayaki of Benjamin, that have proven within a short period of time that leadership is seen and heard, but not heard by the people. We have seen to cases from transportation on your national offices in our house and leading the roads that's just half-kilometer road for the delegates of using interlocks, which was commissioned yesterday to the main secretariat. My prayer is that God should consolidate their leadership in the union and beyond. The union has seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from the previous NCC to this day. We have lost some of our members to the four hands of death, especially at the privileged act of this administration. May God, whose love and mercy above, comfort the families of all the fallen heroes and the medical and health union family at large, and may the souls of the faithful departed rest in perfect peace with their Maker. Finally, this is my final address at this August Assembly at the FCT, which is in the month of March, because my second and final term shall expire before the next LDC. I wish this gathering a history conference and may my own see more precious days ahead. Thank you and God bless you. Love the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Love the Nigerian Republic of Congress. Love the Medical and Health Union. Thank you and God bless you.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, let's be faster because some of us are going back to Abuja today. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the course of our very faster, we made a very divine mistake. And we know God is a forgiving God, and definitely we need to acknowledge Him because we acknowledge our patriotism and understand Nigeria. And so please, may I invite Comrade Ibrahim Mohammed, former National Deputy President, Medical and Health of Nigeria, to please come forward to give us the opening prayer. And while we ask God to forgive us for John that, please, if you are able to say, I know I say, I thank you very much. Hello? Comrade Ibrahim Mahmoud, please. Please come forward and give us the prayer. Well, I think I will have the privilege and honor to give my daddy to say the opening prayer.
Let's decide that the good village in this country, God will put us, God will guide us to succeed in what we are doing. And all those that even come there, they won't take them back to their destiny.
Thank you very much. Let's let the hands of the ladies and gentlemen. Please, I acknowledge the representatives, the Honorable Minister of Food Security, President of Dr. Utiba Yusuf. Please, let's let the hands of the ladies and gentlemen. Also, the Chairman, NLC of the Veteran Forum, Oshiki, please, let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate the President. Please, my brother, go ahead.
Please, before I invite for the next activity, I want to appeal to our veterans, particularly whom we are yet to capture properly with their acknowledgements. We are going to do so later on, and in this period, we are trying to take into the program activities. We want to request that all speakers who will be invited there should please maintain the protocol that has been well established by the presentation of the city post chairman or FCT. Let us maintain it after you have presented the chairman of the education and His Royal High Majesty in our midst, maintain the protocol and progress to the speech. It is in this light that I am humbled to invite to deliver his words a former state chairman of Medical and Advocacy Union in Kano State, former NLC state chairman, Kano State, who served for 8 years in that capacity. He is currently serving as Deputy President, Nigerian Labour Congress, and the National Chairman, Joint Health Sector Unions of Nigeria. His people acknowledged him and rested on his shoulders. The Maya came May I welcome the acting national president, Medical Dr. Senior, to our lectures on this very session today, the 11th Quadrennial National Delegate Conference. We invite Comrade Dr. Kabiru Ado Sani Mikibu, the celebrity.
This is a way to Africa, the struggle. I was the chairman of KG, the global president, our mentor, former national president, NLC, and former president, IWC, the Royal Father of the Day, His Royal Highness, Emir of Bichi, my Emir, permit me to stand on the already established protocol as announced by the MC. Comrades, I greet you August and I want to other honorable ministers, governors, the President of Nigeria Labour Congress, President of Trade Union Congress, members of the National Assembly, officially the Senate and House Committee on Labour and Health, Country Director of International Labour Organization, the Royal Father of the Day, His Royal Highness, Alhaji Nasiru Ado Bayero, OFR, Emir of Bichi, leadership of affiliates of NLC and TUC, health sector department and agencies, leadership of our union at national and state levels, and our RDCs and joint sector units, and other associations in the Nigerian sector. I want also to organize representatives of government activities from Ghana to TUC, not located chairman of the West African Sector Union Network, the representative of public services international. We are greatly honored and excited that you made time out of your busy schedule to come and reflect, recognize and celebrate with us. In this same vein, I must also specially appreciate the presence of some prominent members of the National Defense Forum of the Medical and Medical System of Nigeria in our midst. Our special greetings go to Chairman of today's occasion, Comrade Aibo Baenai, the immediate past president of the Nigerian Labour Congress and the International Trade Union Organization ITUC, who I also regard as a pioneer of the modern medical and health system of Nigeria and a movement encyclopedia of trade union. This 11th National Delegate Conference of the Medical and Health System of Nigeria is a testament of the heritage of the labor to make our heroes fast and pray. The successive leadership of our union to build a world-class model trade union organization guided by principle of true democracy. I want to appreciate the local organizing committee and others of the committees for this national delegate conference for doing such an excellent job in making sure that the logistics for this conference are not only top-notch, but also enabling for our delegates and guests. This delegate conference comes at a time of great national capacity and competitiveness. The state of our national economy and how it affects the health sector is of immense appreciation to many of us as stakeholders in the industry. This conference comes at a very critical time as our organization is faced with unprecedented challenges, especially given the troubled economic times and pervasive insecurity that besiege our country. This set of affairs will form the choice of the theme of the 11th National Delegate Conference of our union, which is the Nigerian system in the era of economic downturn, issues, challenges, and way forward.
Comrades, the theme of our conference focuses on the challenges that confront us as the burden bearers and the decision makers of our labor union. The crucial impact of the dire social, and psychological dislocation amplified by a total national economy is real, both in our individual pockets and the union's region. Since the independence of our country, we have never had it so bad. Even the politicians acknowledge things are no longer at ease. So hunger, and thunder in the hearts of the Nigerian people and workers are clearly palpable. There is no pretending about it, there is no misstating it. In the past few weeks, we have witnessed citizens upward overriding costs of living, especially the skyrocketing prices of foodstuff, energy, and basic essential commodities. As we speak right now, many ordinary Nigerians, trade unions, and corporates who have initiated projects have been forced to sell it down owing to high costs of materials. Distinguished delegates, there is no other profession that is threatened by the current state of our economy than workers and health sector of our country. I say this because as service providers a very critical sector like health, there is additional pressure on maintaining an optimal psychological and mental health amidst increasing weight of hardship and workplace frustrations in order to offer value to patients whose very life hangs to a great extent on what we bring to the healthcare table. Comrades, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, there is no pretense to the fact that we are at a critical juncture in the social and economic issues of our country. The crisis of the current economic downturn is probable even to the death. The west wind of the dislocation occasioned by the sudden and unimaginated removal of the so-called petroleum subsidy has advised and pressed open Nigerian political class by neoliberal financial institutions, particularly the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, has thrown the backbone of the public of our national economy. Since that May 29, 2023, story and started announcement, subject on, I quote, stability, calm, peace, and sleep has gone out of the life of the almost ordinary Nigerians, especially workers. Comrades, the die is cast. Which way Nigeria? Like the legendary Sony Augustine asked, the current economic woes in our country are astronomically impactful on the health sector. Workers in the health institutions in Nigeria are worse hit as our economy degenerates. It is the same economically traumatized health workers who daily manage the frustration of their fellow improvised citizens and able to afford medical care, who still have to deal with a huge release of mental strain. From the healthcare workers to patients, baseline is established by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. There should be 1,270 patients. Today, in Nigeria, the doctor-to-patient ratio has gone to about 1,500 patients. Instead of 1,144 patients, the figures have shot up to 1,660 patients. The result is that the few remaining health workers are overloaded with an overwhelming healthcare burden of a population of over 220 million people. That is not all. The remuneration structure and delivery of our public health institutions was great. A comparative analysis by data file of remuneration and by doctors in Nigeria and 5 developed countries showed that from 2019, since the adjustment in the minimum wage today, an average doctor in Nigeria earns about $5,912. In contrast, an average medical doctor in Canada earns about $75,460. Doctors in the United States earn about $49,400 annually, while those in the UK earn an average of $16,700. In Germany, a doctor earns about $143,500 a year, while it is $83,927 in France and $70,386 in Italy. This humongous difference in salary applies to other cadres of health workers. If you are still wondering why many doctors, nurses, radiologists, pharmacists, laboratory scientists, home technicians, morticians, community and environmental health workers are sleeping beside the gate of different embassies in Nigeria. I am sure you have your answers now, and there is no ending of this trend in sight. The painful aspect of the Japa syndrome in Nigerian health sector is that there are many health workers who are committed to make sacrifice to serve their fatherland, despite the humiliating pay structure and delivering economy, but are frustrated by the absence of enabling work environment to fulfill their calling as care professionals. It is either that the machines to perform basic medical procedures are not available, or that they are dysfunctional. This attacks the ingenuity of health workers in Nigeria, turning many of us into miracle workers and magicians. The effort of the medical and health workers in Nigeria is recovering dignity of health workers and repositioning Nigeria's healthcare system. The successful leadership of the medical and health workers in Nigeria, led by seasoned men and women such as Dr. SMU Azemota, Luke Ejelu, A.A. Akimola, J.A. Alajo, Alichoma, S.O. Joshua, J.A. Mbawa, Ozidi, Emeka Omo, Muhammad Elena, Ayuba Bawa, Emeka, J.A. Ogunshe, Mapako Mwawa, Israel Joy, Yodo Moyi, have provided tremendous initiative in recovering the dignity of the workers in Nigeria and positioning the healthcare delivery system in Nigeria. One thing that has affected our union going strong is our sense of shared teaching. This is the foundation and legal set for us by our founding fathers and mothers. This foundation has been greatly consolidated in the recent past through the transformational leadership of President Muhammad, we saw the process of the medical and health workers of Nigeria turn around to become the modern trade union we are today. Comrades, we must commit ourselves to this vision that has distinguished our union as a premium interface among trade unions in Nigeria and Africa. Comrades, I want to assure you that in the coming years, the leadership that will emerge from this conference will stay true to this vision. Going forward, the emerging leadership has already made commitments before the organs of our great union to pursue the following strategic objectives in tandem with the broader plans encapsulated in the blueprint developed and handed down to us by successive leadership. Strengthening of our secretariat. The secretariat is the live-wire people of every trade union organization. In continuation of the reforms initiated by our union successive leadership, the incoming leadership is expected to ensure that our secretariat are well taken care of. What we expect them from private employees for their workers. We must lead by example by business for our workers who are in our payroll. Good working conditions and incentive for optimum productivity by workers. We must continue to embody that tradition and value of a modern trade union. Conclusion. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, as I end this address, I salute the sacrifice made by the founding fathers and mothers of this great union. I urge us to take a minute to honor the contributions to what we are today. Our promise is that we will continue to strongly uphold the standard banner of sound, transparent, inclusive, caring, accountable, and visionary trade union management and leadership that we have received from you. We are also committed to our duty of care to our veterans and past leaders who have labored for our union. Through the instrumentality of our national elders forum, we will not only continue to tap from your wisdom, but also ensure that your well-being is optimally guaranteed. I ask our social partners in the health sector to see us as orderly, altruistic, and patriotic collaborators in the audacious start of nation building. We request that you demonstrate negotiation in good faith by implementing all outstanding collective bargaining agreements that were signed with Nigerian health workers. Finally, we must keep reminding ourselves that we all have a duty to restore credibility to governance. We must bring back the days when government promises are next in rank to God promises. It is in the hand of the Almighty God that we commit all our guests, comrades, delegates, staff, and well-wishers as we take our journey back to our various stations of duty. We hope to meet again very soon to celebrate further milestone in the life of our union and members. Women, today is International Women's Day, the end of March 2022. I want to take this opportunity and congratulate and appreciate all our women, their parents, and the women across the globe. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you for giving me your arms and time. Aluta continua. Workers united. Medical and health workers. Solidarity. Great Nigerian workers. Great Nigerian workers. He's the way to the Africa, the struggle, and the victory. Thank you very much for listening.
There is victory for victory. There is victory for victory. In the struggle for our men, there is victory for Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the welfare of workers is number one, and I want to say this, that the medical and health of workers of Nigeria have never produced bad leadership. Today, one of the best entities we have is for the medical and health workers of Nigeria, and standing behind me is that party. Today, when I spoke to the Secretariat, I talk about corporate social responsibility. The leadership of the medical and health workers of Nigeria has embarked on the construction of the public road with art and money. The road is so beautiful as it is constructed by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the leadership of the medical and health workers of Nigeria. And standing behind me is immediately I will invite him. He's from Kafanchan. Oh, sorry, please. He's technically born in Borno. But I'm telling you, he's an individual of Kafanchan affiliation. Thank you very much. He's a senator. He's a senator. The Africa, the struggle for victory. Thank you very much. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Niger State, Comrade Yakubu Garba, who is physically present here with us. The Royal Father of the Day, His Royal Highness the Emir of Bichi, Dr. Nasir Ado Bayero. Sir, welcome. The Honorable Minister of Health, ably represented, same with the Honorable Minister of Labour, my President, the number one voter in Nigeria, the President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Ajero, my President, the convener of this delegate conference, the acting President, Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria, Kabiru Alu. We have President and General Secretaries of affiliates, unions of the NLC here in rather large number. I cannot be able to recognize you individually, but you are warmly welcome. The veterans of our movements, I can see a lot of them also here. I want to sincerely appreciate them under the leadership of PDP, who is the national chair of the Veterans Association of Nigeria. You are welcome. Also, the Deputy Governor of Ghana represented here. We have honorable commissioners,
and SAs, in particular, Honorable Commissioner of Health, Kebbi State, Honorable Commissioner of Information, Bauchi State, SAO, Jatana State, and also SAO, former from Kano State. I will not forget my veteran friend and Vice President under my era, now the Permanent Secretary, Ministry for Local Government in Jigawa State, Comrade Dr. Kolo Wetuka. But also, I recognize the fact that we have our former chairman and also former leaders from vice presidents, deputy presidents, vice presidents across all areas. I can see them here in large number under the leadership of K.I. Kalaye, all the chairmen also under the leadership of Matawali Kano, Matawali, and many of them here, including Ebana. So I want to welcome you. It's actually an opportunity for us actually to reunite. Let's congratulate our ministry of Ghana and also our registrar of union, as well as signing of our regional secretary of KSI, all the way from Tokyo to witness this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now properly try to appreciate this protocol. Well, for me, I'm very delighted to be called on to chair the 11th Delegate Conference of the Union. I'm always proud of the big headquarters in Nigeria. I therefore join the acting national president to warmly welcome all of you, veterans of our movement, our civil society allies, members of the press, but more importantly, those that have built this union to the level that it is now. That is the veterans of the union across the board. Let me not also get our regional associations, because I was telling you earlier that this union was founded in 1978 by the fusion of 18 provincial associations. And I can see my friend Manu, the president of the Medical Record Association, and many of them seated here. Thank you very much for building a strong union. The union has enjoyed purposeful and peaceful transformational leadership. There has been stability and tremendous progress on our assets for the last decades. This is commendable and need to be joyously guided by all and sundry. Because when you are top here, you need to take sure that you continue to do what you get to remain at the top. And we have seen many unions from top position following actually the last position. So I urge the incoming leadership to ensure that this progress is actually sustained. The acting president has already paid a special tribute to our family fathers, but I want to put them actually in the context of how they serve this organization. Our family president, from Ibadan, and the second one was Fiki, who knocked us as Makana, and also President of this state. And the third one was Imeka Koko, you all know him, who put an attack for he was a president. I remember I became active in the union in 1990 in Enugu when he was elected. And we will not forget also a very flamboyant leader, who was elected in Kaduna in 1996. For those that remember, between him and that, and we remember that was very important and also a very purposeful leader. After he was Comrade Adams, Harris Elena, who was elected in EU 2000. And after that, it was my humble self, the 6th national president, and the 7th is His Royal Majesty, Comrade George Josiah, and our General Secretary also goes first. His Royal Highness, Jones Alago, was our family General Secretary from the 60s up to the Convention of the Union in 1978. We have J.A. Eminai, also he was our access. He actually took over from Alajo. We have S.O. Joshua, also he was our access. Akwababa, who took over actually from Ibar. And we have J.A. Ogunsheyi, seated here, a high chief, who took over from S.O. Joshua. And under my era, I had the privilege
of working with a very distinguished personality, Comrade Pastor Marcos Omokane, with whom we served the union for 11 years. After him was of blessed memory, Silas Adamu. This is a big thing, and I want all of us to pay a very special tribute to all of them, because positivity have captured their contribution to this union. In all those years, we have built a very strong union in all facets of development, with vibrant and well-informed members, committed to stability and progress. There was no room for manipulation and advancing of primordial sentiments and other divisive tendencies. I urge all of you to continue to speak together with one voice as working class and also as members of the larger working class family. Major Nigerian Cancer Union is powered by very active and conscious members and is represented by Delegate Secretary. We have the strongest and the democratic structure of women and youth structures who are good and better organizers and mobilizers. I especially recognize our youth here. Our youth are here. Our women are here. We are the first to democratize, women's structure and youth structure. We keep our organizations. From state up to the organizations. We don't have rights, they got elected. We are very confident and trust of other sister unions, especially the Uganda processes of the Nigerian government. And we have never taken that for granted government. And we shouldn't take that government for granted. I want to use this opportunity to thank the affiliate that are seated here and all members of LSC for giving our union a better progress. I can say that the history that medical and workers have attended in government leadership is comparable, because Aditoma has the second president. And after Aditoma, in 1999, when the ministry wanted development and energy was completed, it was only okay that the government of the LSC came together and said, for 1 year, give leadership to LSC and convoke a delegate conference in 1999 that brought in Adam Fashimode and his leadership. It was actually going to work with the president of Medical and Health Union, who was elected in Kaduna 1996 and handed over in actually 2000 in Babani. And I myself, the 6th president of this union, and his second also the 6th president of the Nigerian government. So you see in the head, we are actually and therefore we want to take care of the granted. We want to thank all the union of NSC for giving us our confidence. And I urge the incoming legislation, including the deputy president, not to take care of that for granted. Unity is very important and essential for any organization, especially trade union, to be able to represent members. And therefore, we continue to urge the union to continue to remain united and also continue to contribute your quota in building stronger unions. I say so, and I will try to emphasize. Unions must support the center. If you don't support the center, there is no way the center can be strong. Many unions, they say so without actually acting their words. Acting your word means capital income was limited to the center. That's what the law says. And therefore, you can be able to ask questions if you have also played your own role. So once again, comrades, I know that there will be a lot of speeches, but before I end, let me also try to emphasize what the president has said. You know, this is unity. And I also believe certainly will give rise to crime high crimes. This is the real truth. If people cannot do it, they cannot find ways of living. They cannot take care of their family. They cannot take care of their children. They cannot send their children to school. Then social crisis will actually influence the society. And this is what we are seeing now. I'm saddened to hear that between yesterday and today, over 200 school women were actually kidnapped and kidnapped. And many of us crises also have happened. There is a link between social security of the people and physical security. And we are trying to document that. Because you will not tell a hungry man not to also trying to help them. So this is what is happening. And I have seen that in governments, a lot of things also are happening. People that have ideas to be able to advise your government, to be able to tell you what is this that to fix this problem. In most cases, they don't have the opportunity to be able to hear those views. In fact, there is not to be called another part of the world, leaders to be able to connect with the citizens that are actually representing. In most cases, after election, you see what happens. Even for you to access a local government chairman in today, you can pass. So if you want to advise you, don't let them respect. Even those that are looking there, finding people that will do advice. So when you come back to war, it's so good. When you go to the United States, in Washington DC, you can see the president because the barricade is not going to happen here. It's a simple thing, those that have come there, it's a simple iron barricade, which you can see in the water. People are going there watching. But here, for the first day, second day, third day, there is no way you can communicate. In the past, I remember, and an ancestor under Yaragua, when I was president of this, when you are the president, he responds in writing. But go about this. Yes, I remember later, on the issue of performance, because you remember that time, medical also got their salary from 24 hours, and I don't believe it. You see that that's a system of justice. Because let's say it's a safety work. You may have a captain, you may have a goalkeeper, you may have a striker. If you don't do it together, you may have a goalkeeper. You don't know what I'm saying, no. So when you wrote that memo, you actually wrote back. You said we are taking action. This issue will be addressed. But that has gone. If you write several memos, it's highly acknowledged. That's to tell you that there is no open governance and actually communication between the citizens and those who have elected have actually failed. So once again, comrade, without taking much of our time, I am really delighted to connect with my former colleagues, Sharon and Asaf, some of them are commissioners, including our secretaries, I saw Yabisa, and many of them are also delighted. This is the union. Let's have union at our heart, and let's continue with our own to make sure that there is justice in our system. Thank you, and I'm going to continue to say. Great medical and health workers union. Great medical and health workers union. Great workers solidarity. Thank you very much.
You have heard from the very man, the veteran himself. Can you please allow your hands to interpret what your ears have heard? Very loud, very clear, from no other than the comrade Chief Dr. Ayuba Philibus Waba. Sir, we thank you. Your Excellencies, just before we take the practical messages, because our royal father has other big events to attend to, we like to humbly at this point invite him to at this moment talk to the medical and health workers of Nigeria, to talk to his children, and for us to listen to his fatherly words. May I, with all sense of royal humility, invite His Royal Highness, the Emir of Bichi, Haji Nasir Ado Bayero OFR. We do not clap for royal presence, we say Zaki. 1, 2, go.
You know, in the love of sisters and in Belgium.
Now, all of us say, 1, 2, go.
Very useful, ladies and gentlemen, for the first shot of the fraternal messages that we will have from only 4 people, and we will pray for their indulgence through an abridged versions of the goodwill messages. The first shot will come from the former Deputy Governor, Niger State. This is a true Nigerian whom I made one time in the past 98 years. When we went to make the airport, then I was traveling to the state, I mean Kaduna State. Please throw the hands in the line by His Excellency, the former Deputy Governor of Niger State, a true Nigerian, great philanthropist, the man with divine testimonies of courage and determination. Those farmers, S-A-R-M-A-R-A, it is a fear of the nation. Let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fear. Thank you very much. So, you know, my English sometimes, especially on Fridays, you take time on one time. But let's say, man, you say that, let's go.
For the residents of our veterans that are here, we do respect our veterans, most especially our veteran Salihu and also our veterans of occupancy, Joe, and all other CCD veterans here. My fellow comrades, good afternoon. The thing I have just to say, because of time factor, but it's very quickly bold. When we actively was in this space, I did clearly, virtually all instances that God is situation in the country. Like I said, don't fear in impact analysis. When looking for all Nigerians to put our hands to this to show that actually we will have our country interests. I want to touch our community first and ensure that what our strength is our military ministry. Which are even cities. Our strength lies in our unity, and we must strengthen us. And we will everything possible to be greater strengths. The event mentioned of something that single has medical and national as beginning. But there is somebody who is a grassroots player that we don't know, let me make it clear. That all the unions under that aspect of that in particular, medical and local union is one of the unions that is lead in the centers. In activity goes across all states and governments. Whether at the federal level, whether at the state level, whether at the government level. So sometimes one of the strategic in getting our rights from the policy maker is the language in all government. One of the things of the other unions, by the time that they are pushing their case at the federal level, they lack support at the state level, they lack support at the local government level. But the thing about the question is the body and the house. By the time that they reach at the federal level, the state and local government was key into the struggle, and you found that actually we get things easy. In this regard, I want to advise that we should not rally that our union is doing very well at the federal level. The state and local government need to support what's happening at the federal level. So that completely, when we move in the direction and we achieve our goal with much strength. Lastly, I I know that there is no way you will defend this conflict of interest. The most important thing after election has been conducted, we should all forget what has happened and rally around those that have been picking the vote to lead us. They cannot be without our post. Leadership is the first and the important. Therefore, I urge all outside the state for those either that are covered or covered or by permission or permission one of the order that are not pleased, they should please forgo what has happened and rally last election so that we can continue to achieve the strengths and the goals of our fighting families. I think that let me tell us for those that have given us our immigration, it was a long call because I see the love from my primary constituency. Thank you very much and God bless.
Brave Nigerian workers! Brave Nigerian workers! Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that very wonderful message. Your Excellency, I think I had a dream. By the grace of God, in a very short while, you will be appointed by the World Bank as country director for finance in Africa in terms of agricultural system. And secondly, if they appoint you as the country director for finance, employing you as a special advisor.
May I also inform His Excellency that by the special grace of God, I served in Niger State in 2009 for my NYC, precisely in Kotamura. So I am honored that I have had a touch with my roots once again through you. Thank you so much.
Me, I have the privilege of this today to quickly invite from the Health Services Workers Union, Ghana. Please for that very my good friend, people say I'm Ghanaian. But the deputy president LC and the president NUJ said no. And I told him I will go. He still said no. So let us hear from the friend. They are going to be, please, let us tell them I'm happy with you back Saturday. Thank you.
Hello? When I say to away, it's called gay. Let me also stand on this existing protocol. Comrades Chairman, who happened to be my mentor, I say, may Allah continue to grant you His blessings. To our indefatigable President of Nigerian Labour Congress, I say, we in Ghana are with you in prayers and in support. We say, may Allah continue to grant you His protection, guidance, and blessing. To my brother and president of Nigerian Labour Congress, I say, we are solidly behind you. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed. It gives me a great honor to be part of this august occasion. The Health Services Workers Union of Ghana is indeed gratified by your kind invitation to the opening session of the 11th Quadrennial Delegate Conference. May I on this note, on behalf of the leadership and the entire membership of the Union from Ghana, extend to you our warm felicitation and wishes for a very fruitful and successful program. Brothers and sisters, the days And so I would like to cut short my speech and say, as a trade union in Ghana, brother acting president, we want to assure you of our support in fighting a common goal of making life better for all workers in Nigeria and across the West African countries. There are more successes, and we need to stay together to achieve these common goals so that we can better the working condition of all our members. Brother President, finally, with great solidarity with you on this occasion, we hope your program will also come up with effective strategies and resolutions to meet the challenges that confront the unions and the health system in Nigeria. On this note, we wish you a wonderful solid program. Long live medical and health workers of Nigeria. Long live health services workers of Ghana. Long live workers solidarity. Long live Nigeria and other West African countries. Thank you, and may Allah bless us all.
Can we please give them another round of applause? Just before I invite the next speaker for fraternal message, may I recognize the National President, Food Unions of Nigeria and Auditor, NLC, Comrade Garba Mohammed. We also recognize the former House of Assembly member, Military Constituency, Honorable Tatu Ibrahim, as well as Honorable Awanu Umar Benjamin, former Chairman, Military Local Government Council. May I now invite the representative Public Service International, Sani Baba, for his goodwill message. Please remember to stand on the existing protocol and progress with your message. Can we give him a round of applause?
Good afternoon, comrades, once again. Let me recognize the Deputy Governor of the State, our leader, Minister of the President of the Nigerian Congress, Comrade George, the acting President of Mental Health Workers Union of Nigeria, the Minister of Training, and all other Congress present. Congress, I'm not going to give a long speech, but to give you good news. Having listened to all the addresses made from the current chairman of the FCT, the acting president, and our leader, Baba, having also at the theme of this great conference, I come to realize that the mental health workers union is setting an agenda for the Quadrennial Delegate. Simply because we have been waiting for this conference to hold our meeting in Abuja, the meeting for the West Africa Health Workers Union, WASU, which happened to be the first chairman of the Secretary of the Organization. So the next thing I'm going to have a few weeks is to appoint an committee as the chair of the WASU. So let's say, so any organization should be prepared to support the delegate. In our last meeting we had in Rwanda, he was also appointed or elected as the substitute titular for the West Africa English Speaking of West Africa Minister. And that is the position he is going to take over the next 4 years. particular for this origin under ESI, position that was not occupied by Madam Joe. So Joe and Professor Baba, they are very familiar with ESI policies and law. So it's going to be very easy for them to actually take Madam Joe. So the next conference with ESI is where Adoyo is also going to be elected as the president of this national Africa. So congratulations, this is going to be an opportunity for him to actually bring the experience he has acquired over the years actually to play in Africa and Arab region. So comrades, on behalf of the entire workers in Africa and Arab countries, I want to salute you for this very important occasion, and I wish you all the best, and I wish you all guidance. We will continue to stand by you and support you. So may God Almighty take us back to our destinations in good health. So, I'm not a guy in Nigeria, so I'm a guy now.
Thank you very much. Please let's put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Today, indeed, is a joyful day. The history of the people of Nigeria have done decisions for the past 50 years. There have never been a dull president. Please put your hands together for the ladies and gentlemen. I give it to them. Trust me, if you had been a dull president, I will use just to tell you. But I need it very critically, because I have applied a critical analysis on all of them, and to the present president, by his grace, I know him for long, and he happens to be a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Business Diplomacy and Financial Management, which I happen to be a fellow of Scottish as well. And I see medical and health workers of Nigeria flying higher than other unions. Sorry, apart from NUT, because that's how I teach us. So we don't want to. And you know, electricity workers, where he was the president, was the national president as well. Sorry, apart from you as well, thank you very much. So let's put our hands together for that, ladies and gentlemen. I see a greater and beautiful medical and health workers of Nigeria. Please, I'd like to encourage all the members of this union to keep that spirit of solidarity, keep the spirit of collective interest, maintain that wonderful collective understanding. Please, don't forget diversity and effective conflict management gives success to the people that come together. And I trust the people and the members in the United Organization of Nigeria will accord and unalloyed support and commitment to the growth of this field. Thank you very much. Please let's put our hands together for ourselves once again. Lastly, may I invite the chairman, Veterans Forum LLC, Pa Oshiibe. I know him very well. His personal message is always less than 2 minutes. I trust him. We have spent more than that. Let's put our hands together for ladies and gentlemen. And I know he has never seen me. I do not feel it today. Let's put our hands together for ladies and gentlemen.
Solidarity, solidarity, solidarity. I stand in the existing good. I thank God Almighty that I witness today's celebration. This will be my second time of attending medical organizations and conferences. First was, of course, when we visited from this and I thank God that I saw the union in 1978, and I see where the union is today. I want to congratulate my friend that God uses work. Today, Luna is one of the greatest in Nigeria, and to continue. We have paid the golden egg for you. Please, I beg, guide this jealously. Let there be peace, you know. We are having good leadership, and they are leading you very well. And they are encouraging other Igbosa Union too to emulate you. Wish you a successful conference. Thank you for inviting me. Thanks.
No, you have not disappointed me. You have only spoken according to my height. And that is very good because I want to sign you up. Can we please give our lecturer a very big round of applause? It is not just talking and talking and talking. We're going to be having a little of interlude with the cultural presentation. But before that, it is my pleasure. Well, my MC, you have done something that maybe coincidental. I don't know if you have planned it. Please, very quickly, I'd like to invite the registrar, trade unions, to please rise, come forward for brief remarks.
Please, let's celebrate this young Nigerian. I met him in Canada last year, and I never knew he was from Nigeria. Until when I checked him out, I knew he was from Nigeria. Let's put our hands together for the listeners.
Thank you very much. Shout out this occasion, Comrade Dr. Aitan. Maybe I'm targeted by this time, we already established protocol. Comrade, this is my prayer to the President at this 11th Quadrennial Delegate Conference. I want to commend leadership for all the effort made at ensuring this duration of this conference. Let me congratulate the entire members for holding this conference without issues. The rest of the union is something that when unions hold their conferences as at when due, because it's an indication that the unions are in consonance with the spirit of their constitution. Comrade, this event is an opportunity for us to review our past activities and to chart a new course for the future. It is also a platform for electing leaders that will run the affairs of the union for the next 4 years. As we prepare to elect leaders, let us ensure that the elections are done with strict compliance with the Constitution in order to make the outcome successfully good to all. I would like to urge all the aspirants that we have marked for this election to emulate the good work of the past leaders. Let me emphasize here that the elected position of trade unions are to be provided by members who are still in active service. It is abnormal for a member that has 1 or 2 years in service to provide for a position that will last for 4 years. I want to appreciate their leadership for the prompt revision of the annual budget account to the office of the Executive Union. And this is good. It should be emulated by incoming leadership. I want to appreciate leadership again for holding our invitation to the 2023 annual Executive Union workshop, which was held last year in Abuja. I wish you a fruitful celebration and successful conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, May I acknowledge the presence of the National President of the world, very, very kind gentleman. He is very, very technical and skillful in terms of collective bargaining. I believe his selection of the National President was which I have not been witness. Let's put our hands together for Comrade Dr. Kapama Ibrahim, the National President of the world. Thank you very much. And also his very, very indefatigable General Secretary, Comrade Mamas. Let's put our hands together for this gentleman. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, may I have the privilege and honor to invite the National President, the President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, but not formally, my friend, will do it for my bosses, just to do things that thousands of citizens and techniques. I am not in the shoes of inviting him to come, but I think I have respect for my family. Inviting his colleague, who is also my colleague, is not out of place. If you agree with me, say aye. You're welcome. Because I actually want to be who I am. You know, May Day is at the corner. I know there's negotiation going on national minimum wage. Please, I want if you join the two of them, at least we'll be able to touch the sky. But already I'm standing, I cannot touch the sky alone. But with the two of them, they will touch the sky. Now let's put our hands together while I invite my friend, MC Develop, to invite the NLC President, please.
And without further ado, please, I think if you are sitting down by welcoming our national president, you are not doing justice. This is the fact that indeed Nigerian workers have tried presidents in the past who were tall. Now we are trying those of my own constituency. And it is a pleasure and honor to recognize and hand over this mantle of speakership to him to deliver his remark on this very special day. The national president and my own colleague.
Thank you. I will maintain the protocol. Thank you very much. Well, something that has happened for me not to present KMD, but I've been struggling. And finally, I got the answer from union yesterday. Because I was chairman in the public hearing on the new minimum wage in the Northeast. So I managed this almost as a together. So I will be at this conference. So we'll give you all the rule. I don't want to repeat what others have said about medical and health. As being one of the strongest DTS, well organized, and prosperous union. I'm not saying it as a matter of flattery. I used to be an assistant editor of the Vanguard newspaper, so I covered medical management. As one of the unions that was organized as a journalist. And when I looked at Chichi, I used to go to the office when we were at Barracks bus stop before June. I knew it was difficult to even pay for that 3-bedroom flat office. I knew when the landlord were harassing them that they couldn't pay for office. And within some years, I saw the transformation that took place in the So it would be wrong if I don't acknowledge this. And it's not a fluke. I looked at the investments and a lot. And in the international scale, the real trade union tradition. They have given us a lot. You can't talk about radical trade unionism, especially in Nigeria Congress, without mentioning an issue. If you don't do that, you are not starting. Me and Ayuba practice during the civilian era. And this show are confronted in the military. So this one we are doing now is like one. During the military was the era when men were men. And for you to practice unionism then, you must have been made up of steel. And I have to say this, I have to acknowledge it. And he didn't compromise. So let me just give you that kudos. And Ayuba surpassed just being as president to become a world president, a global president. Although as a young man, I try to tell you to respect me elders. So, this sort of training university in Nigeria cannot be complete without the health, because that's the only one that has produced 2 presidents. Don't you? And for what he said, that everybody had an addition of somebody that acted as acting president for 1 year. So you can see that it's not bad. And their secretary is a money compact. And I was trying to saw my course coming in. I said, of course, he's looking younger. It then means he's being catered for. So thank you very much. Let me go to a written speech here. Since I've acknowledged everyone I'm supposed to acknowledge. To say that we are 10 for this conference. The Nigerian health system in the era of economic counter issues, challenges, and way forward is very active. Therefore, not only have we captured the objective realities that confront the health sector, but it is an urgent call to engage and resolve them for purposes of crafting a better future for the sector and Nigeria. The unfortunate socio-economic situation confronting workers and indeed the masses have had deep consequences for not just provision of effective healthcare platforms to deliver services to those in need of e-services, but for the professionals or workers practicing in the sector. The already poor equipment and general decay of infrastructure in the sector has worsened because of the economic situation, while the generation of workers have lagged, thus unable to meet the basic needs of workers in the industry. Health delivery services have also gone beyond the reach of the average Nigerian, further complicating the already bad situation. Some of the consequences of this are the increasing number of healthcare professionals and workers leaving the nation in droves. It is not just in pursuit of better living standards, but in pursuit of self-actualization and job satisfaction. The death of your members in the industry as a result of rendering is having serious implications for industry's capacity and capability to deliver quality and effective services to Nigerians. We remember 2 years ago when the trade union movement, especially Johesu and your humble union, warned government about the dangers of poor pay in the sector. And one of the ministers said we will have surplus professionals in the sector. They went to the ridiculous extent of advising their members to go and acquire other skills instead of demanding for fair wages. Today, the state government is scrambling to shut down their ability to travel outside the shores to offer their services to those who are willing to pay for better services. That's why NLC will continue making demands on the government for fair wages to workers in all sectors, especially in critical and sensitive ones like yours. Workers will always move to where they are treated better. We once again demand that the government removes all impediments they are putting on your path to migration, but rather should focus on making workers in the sector enjoy better working conditions. Let's start with wages commensurate with the cost of living. Let there be functional equipment in hospitals, and let workers be treated as human beings. Is that too much for us to ask? Medical and health workers remain one of the most important unions I've stated this before. Our people have been reduced to beggars in an ever-increasing number, relying on waste dumps for their daily meals. Food has become so scarce in Nigeria. We have become scavengers and resorting to raiding food trucks and warehouses for food. If those in government cannot see the danger in what is happening, we see it and must ensure that we let them know this. We are increasingly going hungry in our father's land and cannot continue in this situation. The greater unifier and mobilizer of the people is hunger. So it insults common sense when those in government assume that somebody is sponsoring people who are protesting because of hunger. If anybody is arousing the people, it is those in government whose policies have impoverished the people and stripped them of those values that make them human beings. The looting of food trucks and warehouses is what you get when this happens. Unless something is done, this may unfortunately is escalated. We pray those who are thinking that they can stop us from divine mission with their threats and violence should think twice. We cannot have. We cannot surrender our natural mandate to powers and agents of poverty and emasculation. We are not after anybody's job. We must insist that the instruments of governance must be used for greater good of the people, not to wreck their lives. We must insist that any political calculation that does not put the lives of Nigerians first nationally and is totally unacceptable. The people of Nigeria must have to survive first, so that Nigeria can survive before we begin to talk about 2027. Comrades, let me stop here and withdraw my speech in order to make that available and to thank you and wish you happy deliberation. There is a culture that everybody people are held has transferred to so many other unions in Nigeria. For some time now, consistently, you have maintained a rancor-free delegates conferences. And this one will not be an exception. If you are leading other unions from out there, you will see posters and big boards. You see people tearing posters and big boards dogging others. But usually know when the election is conducted and when it's concluded. I wish you happy deliberation. When you finish, please arrange one participant or something. Thank you very much.
President, you always make me joyful. Please let's put our hands together for the sound. Very fast. Thank you. Beautiful. Please let's put our hands together for that very wonderful and motivated device. Thank you very much. Quickly, please. I would like to say this. We have Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, The NLC president has nailed it all, and I want to say it clear that this year's NLC celebration will be brighter. Those who are in support say aye, because this is the first day our bank account will change colors. And by then, I might still be the baby MC. And by then I'll tell you more about the minimum wage. Please let's you will not be surprised that someone who had been the General Secretary of the Medical and Health Workers of Nigeria was appointed as Honorable Commissioner of Cultural Information. So therefore today, to tell you, it is not out of place that we have the cultural group to actually tarnish that very cross-carpeting professionalism. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the dance troupe remaining where we are. This is the environment. Because of the technical purposes, safety, don't play now. It might not be the for you. Yes, play it now. Wait for the next 2 minutes. For it to be healthier for you to play. Thank you very much. At this very juncture, may I invite a representative of the Honorable Minister of Labor and Employment, who is currently represented by an astute administrator, a seasoned public servant. You see him constantly smiling, but be very, very careful because letters are on his table. Ladies and gentlemen, I may be invite Alhaji Yusuf Ahmed, Director of Training and Services and Industrial Relations. Please let's put our hands together for ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, the chairman of this occasion. Let me start on already laid down as protocol. Slide before I read the speech of my honorable minister, I want to say it's very important opportunity to apologize on her behalf for not being able to attend this very important delegate conference. As I'm talking now, my honorable minister is at Geneva attending the Governing Council meeting of ILO. I was in Lagos yesterday attending a tripartite public hearing meeting. She said, you should move down immediately to Abuja and attend this very important delegate conference. That's why I'm here today. Apologies, please. My brother, the acting president of Medical and Health Workers Union. Let me read the speech of my honorable minister. I'm highly pleased and specially honored to invite you as a guest of honor on this memorable occasion of the 11th Quadrennial National Delegate Conference of Esteemed Union, Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria, holding today in Federal Capital Territory. Let me begin by expressing my utmost appreciation to the leadership of this union for organizing this very important conference in line with the Constitution of the Union, and for giving me the privilege of giving me good message, which is testimony of a 4-year relationship that exists between my leadership and your union. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you are all aware, this is my first time of meeting with you on this kind of platform since I assumed the office as Honorable Minister of Labor. I am therefore happy because this occasion is the opportunity to recognize all the key players in the medical and health industry, both the private as well as the public sector. Permit me to salute the courage and dedication of your rank and file in ensuring that our
overall wellness and longevity in our collective affairs, providing affordable and sustainable healthcare for all Nigerians. It is my hope that the outcome of this great occasion will not doubt significantly impact on the future of your union as it symbolizes the end of the tenure of the outgoing executive and the beginning of new ones who will be elected to run the affairs of the union for the next 4 years. In addition, this conference will offer you a platform to review your activities in the last 4 years with regard to securing better welfare packages for your members. I must not also forget to commend the outgoing officers of the union for the zest, doggedness, and willpower displayed during their tenure, which resulted in the relative industrial peace in the health sector today. This is highly commendable and worthy of emulation by other critical labor unions in this great country. Furthermore, let me salute the loyalty of your members from across the nation for supporting the executive within the period under review. Finally, as this conference is going to elect your new national officers for a new term of office, I implore you to take it very seriously as the future of your union depends to a large extent on the quality of leadership of the principal officers, because today's industrial relations climate requires leaders who are not only competent but versatile in labor administration of new trends in global practices. It is on this note that I wish you a successful delegate conference and send journey back to your respective destination. Thank you and God bless. Also, I want to take a minute to talk to complement the tripartite system of industrial relations. I want to tell you that my former minister, His Excellency, Chris David, wants to say, when he is happy to be part of you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, because we are moving very quickly. Just like I said, some of us will be going back to Abuja today. I don't want to miss my flight. It took me time before I arrived in Abuja. You know, this is city center. The real Abuja is Nyanya, Bogolada, and Suleja. So let's take notes. At this juncture, just like I said, let me talk about what I said about trust government. It is not a surprise that today the dance troupe are here. They said all walk without plea makes like an old boy. The beauty of your people is to have a culture. It's when you have a culture, you know why heading to with visions and mission statements. Therefore, my distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I have the privilege and honor to invite the M&M dance troupe, indigenous, resident in the city, which will go to the set to perform. Just 2 weeks back, this very troupe represented Nigeria in India during their Arts and Crafts Expo. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together while I invite M&M indigenous dance troupe to demonstrate. Please hold on. This is a medical environment. If you are helped. Thank you.
All right. We like to hold on a cultural presentation where we invite the Honorable Minister of Labor and Productivity for his answer. Okay, sorry, it's Minister of Health, please. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Health, Professor Muhammad Ali Patay, represented at this moment by his special assistant, will now deliver his laws. Can we put our hands together for the Honorable Minister of Health?
Mr. Chairman, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen,
I stand on the existing protocols. Time is on our side. Mr. Chairman, my minister is supposed to be here today. As the time knows, cases at around 8 o'clock, he fled here at around 10 o'clock. But unfortunately, he was invited to the meeting for a contribution duty. So at around 10 o'clock, he directed to present the meeting here for the very important meeting. So I said this apology, and I believe I'm going to accept that apology. Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, this conference is very important and critical, especially on the health sector development. With the coming of this administration, under the new agenda, the health sector adopted a situation where it has 3 cardinal objectives: to save life, reduce pain, both financial and physical, and to create health. Under these 3 key points agenda, the ministry also adopted another 5 principles under which we are going to implement to realize these objectives. One is to improve the governance of the health sector institutions. Under the governance, it includes everything about the welfare, condition of services, training of health workers, and utilization of resources, and so on and so forth. All those things that are going to help in the good governance of the health sector. The second issue is development of infrastructures. We all know the level of infrastructure facilities in our healthcare institutions, especially the tertiary institutions. So under the sector-wide approach, the government is working on the improvement of high-level infrastructures in our teaching hospitals across the 6 geopolitical zones. The secondary healthcare facilities are not also abandoned; they are going to be assisted also to improve. And the private healthcare system is going to be given very big response from the federal government. From this year, the intention is to take about 8,000 healthcare institutions across the state of the federation, local government, and even the world. To revitalize them, improve the services, recruit staff, and provide funding for the day-to-day running of those agencies. Maybe this week you must have heard that the minister was saying that they are going to distribute about 55 million naira to those healthcare institutions all across this nation. All these efforts are made to realize the objectives of the administration, which I stated: to save life, to reduce pain, and to bring health facilities. Then another area of concentration by administration is the medical industrialization. We all know that most of our facilities, medical facilities, consumables are imported from outside the country. The intention of this administration is to establish companies and factories that will produce all our requirements from within the country. The government has made facilities for funding in relations with both private, both in-country and those from outside the country, to establish medical industrialization so that we will be able to realize the healthcare value chain in this country. This is very important. The president has appointed a national coordinator and they have started work on that. And the last one is the issue of medical security. Our experiences in the COVID-19 pandemic is something that we should not forget. When the world is scrambling for facilities and for preventive measures, we here in Africa, in particular Nigeria, we virtually have nothing. So we have to plan for our health security, for the health security of our people. These are the key policy issues that are being pursued by the current administration under the leadership of Professor Mohammed Ali Fati. Mr. Chairman, I think due to the time constraint, I wish to express the minister's appreciation. And we know the role that is played by this union. It's very, very critical. And I appreciate the effort of the administration in negotiation with all other unions so that we are able to have a hitch-free administration in the next 3 years. Thank you very much. We are very grateful and necessarily apologize for the certainty to be here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, representative of the Honorable Minister of Health. Please just put your hands together once again. My friend gave me a last warning. My core MC gave me a last warning. There was when the speech was going on, I passed, I forgot, I did not squat. So when I came up, he queried me. He said he's the only person that has the authority to move across the camera without squatting. That's the time I should always squat. So please, thank you very much. I get that very comment. Please, the dance to receive us the recognition.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, some people are looking at me and they have been hearing me talk. They will say, that small boy is sharp. Please, I am not a small boy. I am a fully grown married adult. By the special grace of God, I am married for 6 years and my marriage is blessed with 5 children. Please, can you put your hands together for me? Don't mind the body, mind the what? You know, mind the engine, of course. Yes, my president is an achievement. Please, I beg that nobody interrupt them. Let them just hear me. You know, we comedians, when we want to talk and there's an interruption, we don't like it. Yes. So all pleasantries will be done later. You know, if you all that are here elevates me, it will be better. If not, I have been receiving so many embarrassments. Imagine on our wedding day, when I was gorgeously dressed in my suit, at the entrance of the church, the usher just came and said, Junior, go to children's side. After when the auntie come and pick you. I did not know that that is Wahala followed me to house. We got home, we were sleeping with my wife and our baby in the night. My baby woke up crying, yeah. The miraculous thing that happened, my wife left the baby behind me and kept it at her desk. No, that's what the baby was. She was forcing me to. And you know, when you have an opportunity, it's good for you to take advantage. And I did the needful. It was after 2 drag that my wife realized this is not a baby song. This one for life is mature adult. That was when she said, carry me, kept in the bed and gave me. In fact, please put your hands together for me. Well, you know, Megida Ayuba, you know, when we comedians are talking like this, it's not good for us to just talk and let it just be quiet. There should be some, you know, when something does, and especially when a child does something, you just put your hand and say, take. You know, there's a way you encourage children. So now that I am small like this, when you start encouraging me, I will grow bigger, like you. I mean, please, if you believe that I will grow like you someday, please raise your hand. Thank you for hearing false witness. Because it's not possible.
Alright, thank you very much, my brother. His MC develop. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Let's get faster. Thank you very much. I think this is one of the most beautiful NDC I've experienced. Then I will set a middle that means very bright star. I've seen the beauty of medical and health once again, growing from ashes bright. Let's put our hands together for this very wonderful dinner. The head of department, women and youth and LC is here, my dear sister Richard Goyit. Please, I didn't see her on time. Please, let's put our hands together for her, ladies and gentlemen. And also, I spotted the national president, Drone, comrade Roslyn. Please, let's put our hands together for all of them. They are here with us. Thank you very much. And you know, the beauty of it is also spice. We have an entertainment from the other side. We don't want to keep it dull with speeches because we have a paper presentation and we are preparing the psychological strength to meet up with the intelligent paper that will be presented here with. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, with all sense of resilience and dexterity, let's put our minds together in the comfort of listening and understanding the strength of the music. Please see what we're doing and let's have a back. Thank you.
to any time I come to ask question, you ask me to all any time. Okay?
The global president. President, global president, that was a contest. And the two of you are men of justice.
Yes.
And I know you don't play with injustice. You dislike injustice. You hate negative police officers. And I got this word from you when you were as president. Constantly you say you are against the negative police officers. And that is very, very true. He is protesting one and the high. He had talking people like that was supposed to have money. This guy got one season. Say you are now. Say don't pay by the whole high table. His Excellency, as a farmer, is that the way you want to feed the two of us? Alright, anybody want this guy to speak up for that very sonorous presentation? The song is about the eulogies. Music is an organized sound that contains not only entertainment but with information and education as well. And it is talking about music being a professional thing has to go with the national of occupational tendencies. In fact, he mentioned the president and the president. He says, we are going straight to the presentation. At least the paper, why we decided to just release our psychological to free and then enjoy us. Because the paper is conceptualized to give us replicable direction for us to consolidate upon the needs of our past experiences. Today I have gentlemen, please sit tight while I believe the paper presenter will give us only, we are giving you only 10 minutes because it's professional. In fact, I'm even giving you 5 minutes to know what I can do. So 10 minutes will be okay for him and we'll do justice.
Just very quickly before we go, the acknowledge of John Adaji, President, General Secretary at the same time, Ali Baba, Textile Union. Also, Comrade Sikiru Wahi, General Secretary of Tech Union. At this point, Your Excellencies, may I invite our paper presenter, Principal Assistant General Secretary, Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Eche Asuzu. We'd like to please put our hands together for him as he comes forward. Comrade Eche Asuzu. Please let's give him our attention.
Good afternoon, comrades, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates to this conference. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol as you have heard. I'll be giving 10 minutes. I will try to walk around that. I want to express my sincere appreciation to the leadership of the Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria, the leadership of the union, and our leadership in the program Nigerian Labour Congress. Congress, Comrade Ayuba Waba, who is a father to many of us, a mentor, and Comrade Joe Ajero, the national president of the NLC, who has continued to provide leadership to the Nigerian workers. Delighted at this opportunity to present this paper titled The Nigerian Health System in the Era of Economic Downturn, Issues, Challenges, and Way Forward. I remain Comrade H.S.Olajuwu Asusu, Principal Assistant General Secretary, Nigerian Labour Congress. To start with, I will just quickly put some keywords in context. We're talking about Nigeria. Nigeria, as you know, is a big country situated between Sahel to the north and the Gulf of Guinea to the south. A multi-party democracy, a country of 230 million people. At least from the recent forecast made by the United Nations, that by July 1 this year, Nigeria will be about 230 million people. Nigeria is classified as a middle-income economy. That is to say that the gross national income of Nigeria stands between $1,136 to $13,386, something around that. And we have 23 African countries so classified. Nigeria is a country of about 250 ethnic groups that speaks about 500 distinct languages. Historically, Nigeria is the ancestral home of several very advanced indigenous pre-colonial states, such as the Kandem Borno Empire, Fulani Caliphate, Benin Empire, Oyo Kingdom, and many others. So Nigeria has been a country of great epochs. It had very great civilizations come out of Nigeria, the Law culture, the Wugu, the Benin, even civilizations. So we are talking of a country that is rich in history, a country that is rich in traditions, a country of great people. These experiences and technology in contemporary literature, what Tolkien writing in his book, how you talk about the great civilization of modern Nigeria. And this great civilization was precipitated by the labor force of Nigeria. The people of Nigeria were able to innovate, were able to create great epochs that has continued to define and establish our place in history. According to what a Dutch doctor and writer, he said he described the beginning of it. The same was also described by Roberto. What he also described it, trying to describe the kind of greatness associated with our history. So we're a country of great people. We're a country where workers have continued to use innovation, have continued to use enterprise to build society. Going on to describe the words, we look at health. Health is described as a condition of the person's body or the mind. Systems is described as the working together of different parts, interconnected network to be able to produce a defined or predetermined outcome. So healthcare system is the act of making various independent variables that promote human health to work together in order to produce a predetermined effect. Economic downturn, which is one of the words we're looking at. What is economic downturn? Economic downturn is a significant decline in economic activity spread across the economy, lasting more than a few months due to certain reasons, ranging from human to natural causes. The important thing is to put history in perspective, because that is what will help us to situate where we are right now. The economy in Nigeria inherited that existed in Nigeria before the conquest of colonialism could be described as a colonial economy. Nigeria had hardly migrated or transited to feudalism. But when colonialism came shortly after came capitalism, and like Chima said, he said that when the white man came, he came quietly and peaceably with his religion, and we were amused at the so-called foolishness. Then they put a knife on the things that held us together, and that was how he came about that great title of that great So Nigeria is a great country, different societies, different rights, different ethnic groups, but they have done great things due to the unity of the workers. But then what happened? Colonialism happened. When colonialism happened, Nigeria began to, be wise to introduce a kind of government that these sentences that was given at the church. One of the things colonialism did was to undermine the workforce. And that is something we need to pay attention to. Colonialism undermined the value of the Nigerian workforce. During colonialism, we saw that when foreign workers were paid a certain amount, Nigerian workers were paid something a lot lesser. Meanwhile, majority of the work was done by Nigerians. So that was the history of what is today as the disparity in wages. As health workers, we see a situation where Nigerian workers earn far less than those who are in the political class. So it does not today, it started with the era of colonialism. The challenge we have with us today is that when we now have independence from 1960, we discover that the system has continued to operate. The same system of colonialism has continued to operate, and that is what we are being confronted with. Now, this same system has also permeated even in the running of the economy. So when we talk about economic development, what are we talking about? We are talking about the degradation of the economy by those who inherited political power. And that is part of the challenge we have in Nigeria today. A situation where the economy is not only overnight, but also the workers who are the active creators and producers of wealth. So it's very important that when we talk about the downturn in Nigeria's economy, we should be talking about the contribution of where we are coming from. This is very important. It's important to contextualize this so that when we begin to negotiate with government, we can understand the mindset that has shaped where we are today. There's a new program that says, if you don't know where we are expected to beat you, you will not know where we are going to land. So it's important to know where this race start to beat us. Like Socrates will say, Socrates says, man or woman, know thyself. So the failure of successors to colonial power is essentially rooted in the death of consciousness. The consciousness of understanding who we are as a people, the value we have as a people, the value of our workforce before the colonial masters came in. I will tell you a story. During the colonial times, Nigerians resisted to be part of the colonial workforce. When people were being moved from their villages to urban centers, Nigerians resisted. Because they thought, what you will give me that is better than what I'm already producing in my community? What are you going to offer me that is better than the good life I'm enjoying with my community? And when it became very serious a problem, colonial masters were forced to go to Ghana, to the Congo, to other parts of Africa, to get them to work in Nigeria. So it shows you the capacity of our people, the confidence in our people. The close workers, as they call them, that came to Nigeria, or close laborers that came to Nigeria to work. Because the Nigerian people say, oh, this is what people we need. So we have come to the history that is so rich in productivity, and it's important that we are conscious of that. So the failure in properly appropriating who we are as an innovative, thriving, vibrant, buoyant, and confident people will keep respect for the values of dignity of labor. This is what the reality is common good. All the embodiment of our communal socialization are further worsening our sharing exposure to the unwinding forces of capitalism, liberalism, globalism. This is the root of our economic downturn and reform in the standard of living in Nigeria. It is the absence of consciousness of who we are as a people. We are a proud people. We are a productive people. But this is happening and I try to combine us. And unfortunately, some of the members of the political class that are inherited why they retain disparity in wages. That is why they will pay a political officer who was elected to serve people. They will pay him more than they will pay a doctor. They will pay him more than they will pay somebody who is a radiologist, a nurse, or somebody who is a politician. That is the challenge we still have today. We need to get back that consciousness that our people, we are entitled people. Our people, we are productive people. So it's important to capture that. Over time, as each administration came and went, we saw the perpetuation of this kind of mentality. That's why we call it neo-colonial mentality, new liberal mentality. And before you know it, they started introducing some structural programs. They call it SAP. It kept getting worse and worse. All of that was to undermine the productive force of society, the workers. They said don't pay attention to workers. They said don't pay attention to social services. They said don't pay attention to education. They said don't pay attention to health care. Budgets were increased for health care. Budgets were increased for education. Because those who inherited the power did not understand the developmental nature of society. Instead of paying attention to things that matter, we get the attention to things that don't matter. You can see awards and allowances given for this you cannot really explain. But education was never to suffer, health care was never to suffer. But more importantly is the damage that was done to our economy by this new colonial mindset. The colonial mindset was a transaction between the people and the governments. What was happening was that the white man built railways from the productive centers of our community, our society, all to the shores of the ports. So goods and raw materials were taken away from our country and taken to service the industrial needs of the people. So what we see, we saw a continuation of the development of our society. And when we had independence, we thought it would change. But unfortunately, it did not change. It is not adding value to our raw materials. We also continue with the same colonial mentality. And we are wondering why is our economy not performing very well? An economy that is not productive will not perform well. An economy where we are still exporting raw materials will never perform well. Look at the instance of the fuel subsidy. The Nigerian Labour Congress, the Labour movement, has been fighting fuel subsidy for such a long time. And what is the problem? The problem is simply that we have refused to add value to what God has given to us. We have refused to add value to our natural resources. We take people out of Nigeria. We export it to other countries. And then we import refined petroleum products out of the country. So are we so surprised at the Nigeria? Because past leadership has failed to develop our resources, has failed to add value. They have continued with what the members are doing. And I think the essence of using of government is for a retreat, is for a redirection. That we need to be developed for the mentality. We need to add value to our resources. We need to have a government who will make the productive centers of our economy to be value-laden. You can imagine the amount of this so-called advancement of resources. Dubai spent $108 billion to build Dubai, as you know it today. $108 billion was spent to build Dubai. I can tell you, and this is what was by the total government CCG. And I said, $400 billion has been taken away from Nigeria from 1960 to 2012. If $108 billion can be developed by what is now, imagine if we face the waste that we have generated in Nigeria. Money we waste for our country. We're not talking about the resources, so-called resources. Why are you subsidizing fuel when you can produce it in Nigeria? You are subsidizing other categories. You are subsidizing other categories. And we are wondering why our categories are going to those countries. As the president of his address, Nigerian health workers, they now stay in embassies because they want to japa, they want to run away. Meanwhile, we have the capacity to to develop our country to be better than those countries. When they go to those countries, they are valued. When they go to those countries, they are paying salaries that they are not even imagine. Why can't we pay those salaries in Nigeria? Because we are not added value to our national governments. And that is the reason. That is what this paper has come to identify as a major factor in the economic downturn of Nigeria. Looking at the healthcare situation, how has it affected the healthcare system? Over time, we've had huge disease problem in Nigeria. Look at the health indices, it's alarming. A World Health Organization 2017 country population strategy indicates that the maternal mortality ratio in Nigeria stood at 814 per 100,000 parents. Mortality rate for infants and children under 5 years was discovered to be 70 and 104 per 1,000 live births. Today, as we speak, Nigeria has one of the lowest. When I was doing this research, I discovered that it was really alarming that Nigeria has one of the lowest life expectancy in the world. You can count the number, maybe it's only Chad that is lower than Nigeria. When you look at the figures, when you look at the data, Chad is better than Nigeria by maybe a year of days. Nigeria has one of the lowest life expectancy in the whole world. If you are born in Pakistan, if you are born in Haiti, you are expected to be younger than you are born in Nigeria. That is something that the world has astonished people will not reject. And to reject it means that we must make a demand that we return back to the economy. We return back to the economy that recognizes the new capabilities. And the economy that recognizes that it must be value-laden, it must be value-oriented, it must be value-characterized. And an inefficient management of financial resources for the health sector in Nigeria. Abuja 2001 health declaration mandates all African states to dedicate 15% of their annual budget to health. 50%. Over the years, how much of our annual budget goes to healthcare? So you see that as the economy continues to go down, people begin to find excuses. Why not to dedicate and devote resources financially to this important sector? Poor uptake, adoption, and use of technology. Because our healthcare system is not well funded, adoption of technology is very slow in the past of health diseases. There are many countries in the world now, when you go for surgical operation, nobody needs to open your body anymore. Nobody needs to open your body. They just introduce an instrument, a laser instrument into your body, and they begin to probe. They begin to find out what is the cause, what is the nature of the problem, and what can we do to solve it. And there are so many other advances, but we're not embracing those because our commitment to healthcare is almost zero. Poor infrastructure and a need for health. The infrastructure for healthcare is very poor. Look at many health centers in Nigeria. Many of them are loose at all. Many of them don't have even sanitizer. Something as basic as sanitizer. They don't have. So, because our commitment to healthcare is very poor. The fifth one I want to identify is very concerned workers. Poor resources for health and persistent imbalances in the deployment of human resources for health. Are we together, please? Are we together? Because it's very important that you have our government church. It's very important. According to Hamas, one of the evils of capitalism is that capitalism turns the toil of a worker into a worthless nature. That is capitalism, even though it is the labor of the worker, it is labor power that gives it profit or what it calls surplus value. But then it serves it in order to justify why he pays the worker low wages. Because it's a fruitless point. It's just a fruitless point, but what purposes to work. So how to protect workers? How to employ the health worker is the one who is running that system that we're talking about. You see that there will be commitment. We will not be talking about strike actions in healthcare industry today in Nigeria. Workers have gone, healthcare workers have gone strike for endless months. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why? Because our government officials believe they have Germany to go to. They believe they have Singapore to go to. They believe they have they even go to Egypt now to take medical care. Forgetting that they are taking away our pride. When Mandela died, Mandela died in South Africa. He was taking care of South African healthcare system. And I'm asking you today about this paper, where is the shame of our leaders? When Fidel Castro died, he was taking care of his condition, his medical condition was taken care of by the Cuban healthcare system, and he was well treated. Recently, we had a situation in Namibia. The president died. He was treated in Windhoek. He was treated in his country. He died in his country. Our leaders have been to outside because they don't want to get the food and the resources to take care of the equipment, the tools, infrastructure, whatever they are. And most importantly, the human being that I want to. That is very unacceptable. So these are the challenges. These are the issues. And when we look at all the benefits of these concerns, how workers are treated, industrial issues, denial of workers the right to unionize, obstruction of workers in gaining access to unions, participating effectively in the activities of trade unions. All of these are meant to keep workers down, keep their wages down, keep their demands down, and make sure that they don't rise above their present situation. We have had issues of unionization of strike actions, where strike actions have been realized. And I remember a particular incident we went to where government signed an agreement with them in 2017. And government promised to implement. When the union waited and government was not implementing, after several notices, the union went on strike. In April and May 2018, government will tell the salary of the workers because there's no commitment. Go for strike by the two days in Europe, everybody's running around. How we solve the problem? But we still don't care because when the minister is feeling sick, he flies to Germany. And that is why somebody has said, let us stop them from flying. And when COVID happened, COVID trapped all of us here. Everybody was here in Nigeria. And everybody began to run around. Nobody was able to fly. And we had so many casualties. I'm sure many of them who died in COVID, in their deathbed, they were wishing that they had improved the Lord of health. It did some people. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades, let us continue to make demands. Let us continue to put pressure. Because without healthcare, what is productivity without healthcare? So there are many issues, but let me quickly, as I begin to round off, look at solutions. Finding solutions, moving forward. First, let's start the economy. How we will manage our economy. Very important. How we will manage our economy. And the economy that is productive to provide enough resources to pour into healthcare and social services. So we need to make the economy vibrant. And the first thing to do is to change, reject, and reverse neoliberal and neo-colonial mentality. We must begin to think like patriots. We must own Nigeria as a whole and begin to see how we can do the best for Nigeria. We must add value to what God has given to us. We must add value to our resources. We must ensure productive activities that harness the full chain of economic development. Second one is that we must embrace and go back to the days of the development class. There were days when from independence, Nigeria said in 6 years' time, in 4 years' time, this is what we want to do. There was a plan. Now, nobody talks about it again. What to talk about is 7-point agenda, 10-point agenda, driven by political purposes. When we can do started it goes away, another one will start and will come and new people. That's not what we do. We must go back to the days of national development plans. Finally, we must take political action. It was Peresh that made a very important statement. He It is only the political illiterates that do not understand that he should wear or she wears the cloth on his body, even the food he eats, are all products of political decisions. How you came to this conference today is a product of a political decision. Therefore, you are a political animal. Therefore, you must be involved. Therefore, you must embrace politics. I'm happy that our fathers here, Comrade Ayuba Waba, has started a process of political engineering for Nigerian workers, which has been sustained by Comrade Ayuba. And we have a duty to embrace this political consciousness. Without embracing politics, where all the decisions about workers are taken, we will not go far. The days of just carrying placards is over. It is time for us to now decide who will be our leaders. We will decide to put in backers, Nigerians who are serious, who are determined to develop the country to be in the echelons of power. That is the only time the demands of workers will be met. So we must embrace political action. I'm happy my chairman is here, the chairman of the political constitution is here. Community, I teach about the NNP chairman, the president of the university. Instead of to make sure that we get workers mobilized to identify with political consciousness, worker the politically conscious. Embrace politics. We have the Labour Party, embrace the Labour Party. Mobilize into the Labour Party. Use the Labour Party as a tool to get the right people into government that will need to implement these things that we are talking about. We must recover our healthcare imagination. ICT technology. We must develop the capacity to use tools that will work better. We must teach human access to health. Protect the right quality by respect quality bargaining agreements. We must ask government to respect any agreement that they sign with workers. We must ask government to ban and stop criminalization. We rather ask government to criminalize failure to implement collective agreements. Instead of criminalizing strong actions, they should criminalize failure to implement bargaining agreements. You sign agreement to keep it in the drawer. Only when workers complain, you say, we must talk about to respect because the day government is what it means that government has failed. So we must demand that government must implement any collective agreement. We must transport the bravery. Nigerians are not abroad. The Europe of our services for other countries. We must stand our bravery. Nigerians begin to come back. When we put things like this, the night payment structure, which structure was in place, Nigerians begin to come back. We will do social experiments. We have situations where we just don't move people because of the Bible. The same way don't lost the ones who can catch us. It's not like that anymore. Those who are competent, different professions. When they see your competence, whether you're an radiologist or you are a governmental officer, once they see your competence as a leader, they will put you there. This will help go a long way in revamping our healthcare system. Finally, we must strengthen the governance structure of healthcare delivery, especially primary healthcare delivery. That's where it matters. That's where most of our people are, in the villages, in the rural communities. We must strengthen primary healthcare delivery. Our primary healthcare centers should work. If not, we are only planting and developing and nurturing a disaster that will grow up in assisted phases. Nigerian constitution has made health a fundamental human right. We must set the justice. Nigerian government, state government should respect the provisions of the Health Act, which prescribe the allocation of 1% deduction from the consolidated revenue for healthcare. We must improve financing to guarantee universal health coverage, health insurance for everybody, workers, those in the formal sector, those in the formal economy, and those in the informal economy, to access medical universal health coverage. We must strengthen and ensure our tackle corruption in the health sector by ensuring that the money that has been devoted to healthcare is judiciously used for the benefit of all. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for your attention. God bless and God help Nigeria. Thank you.
Colleagues, can we once again give a round of applause? Well, I think it was not properly introduced and the capacity that he has. HJ is went and started corporate. In fact, I had watched him from government school because he was working actually with such a man in the ABC government school secretariat. Because they watched him actually from NSC. He was a staff of NSC. When they showed his capacity, they watched him. When I came back to NSC, I watched him back. He went to do his master's outside his academy. He came out with a distinction. So it's a capacity that is available to be utilized by all of us, state councils. Give him an assignment, in 30 minutes to get it. So it's, I think, a material that all of us will be happy. So on your behalf of the President, let me thank him immensely for putting a 30-page paper in just few minutes. It's 30 page, well loaded, well researched, well quoted, that can stand even the details on this subject matter. So I think it's an asset to the Nigerian Labour Movement. And sincerely, Eche, I want to thank you immensely. I don't know if we have time maybe for question and answer, because it will be available, but if we don't have time, the documents are available with you, and then you can actually consult such documents when you are making your argument in respect of various issues that will come up in the health sector. Because the paper covers this theme very inclusively and with data, with analysis, and recommendation. In NIMS, there is what we call recommendation and implementation strategy. In NIMS, if you do a recommendation, you must also tell them how do you implement it. That's the difference between NIMS and other institutions. Many people will recommend it, but when you even ask them about the merit, you'll be scratching your head. So he has done that long time ago. So his paper has recommendation and implementation strategy. So once again, thank you very much. We appreciate your effort and may God continue prosperity. Thank you very much. That's it.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we've benefited immensely from the fountain of knowledge of this very young Nigerian. Please, very erudite, very straightforward, very conceptualized. Please let my hands together for ladies and gentlemen. And I think we will write the progress letter to NUC, Nigerian University Commission, to ensure that wherever you will be deployed back to the classroom, because I don't think the next generation of people should have people like you as a foundation. Please let my hands together for that erudite presentation. And to recap about it, truly, the capitalist will deny you of information. He will decide the choice of your life. Then they will starve you. Then later give you a stipend. By then, you will be put under the environment of what called totalitarian economic environment. That you cannot live with the standard of your fairness within the law. So therefore, let's take another this together. They go the let's Nigeria work. Let's put that for that. At this very juncture, may I have the privilege of honor, while appreciating all our special guests within and outside the shores of Nigeria. We thank the Nigerian Labour Congress as well for streaming this very event live. We are very grateful. And now the next item of the program, I am not fit to do this. And I want to invite another very erudite colleague, very enlightened, very resourceful, very meticulous, very brilliant. His strength in the administration of the industrial religion is constantly very perfect with sense of vision of achievement. I believe being acting General Secretary General of this very union was never in this
handsome young Nigerian that can give us vote of thanks and will use our minds that no matter how long we stay here, we still come back for this decision. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, also Secretary, may I invite my brother, because my brother said he has an affiliation with the President, and I have an affiliation with the Secretary General. We have the same color as well, so we can they have the same height, we have the same color. You can imagine, they can add their value and we can see review our value. So you support our thanks by the Acting General Secretary of our Quadrennial Delegate and public issues to the hour, FFMI, as officials, they vote on thanks for the next session of our business.
Thank you very much. Comrades, I think also of the time for our business brothers and sisters. I know it is time to do this. So I think maybe try as much as I can to be ready. First and foremost, let me thank God Almighty for giving us opportunity to attend the organization, the global organization, and the conferences, no grammar or English can be enough to appreciate and thank my mentor, my brother, my teacher, my coach, the role model of the people struggle, not only in Nigeria but around the globe, in person Governor who is also the chairman of this occasion. And also sincerely thanks and appreciate our brand new chairman of Justice, who is also the deputy national president of the conferences, as well as the acting president of the Community Conference of Nigeria. Comrade, people are going to do for making this program to be very successful. Let me quickly and appreciate our elders whom they always attend us, and whenever there is a call from us, they cry, no, because this is my God, because our elders, we appreciate it, we thank them, sincerely, God Almighty, to give you long life, spirit. For my brothers at the National President Council, the Central Working Committee, as well as members of the National Executive Council, we appreciate you, we thank you most sincerely, and we pray God Almighty to give you stable and soundness. I think, let me try to just of my daughters, what is especially to our colleagues and brothers from Ghana. Comrade brother, we appreciate, we thank you, we pray. As you arrive, the God Almighty to grant treasure masses of city for delegates whom you arrived to the exercise excessive humility from. We appreciate you, we commend you, we pray that God Almighty will guide our incoming National Delegate Conference. I think for the staff of National Delegate, we are very grateful and appreciate you. Thank you. And we recognize your effort in ensuring we have what we had in the National Delegate Conference. For my friend the AC and the OS, we appreciate you. We thank you. For the resources, I think I'm not so surprised when the President was saying a lot about him, because
because I got to know Eche through the global president. And I am very much sure Eche is reliable, is capable, he has all the commitment, he has all the blessings. If you give him any work, more especially related to research, Eche we appreciate. For our international guests, we thank you on behalf of the dedication of the medical organization of Nigeria. We pray God Almighty to grant to judge us about the security of safety. Thank you very much, and may the blessings of God Almighty continue to shower on us. Thank you. God bless us.
This is certainly the eldest you wanted to do my microphone. Thank you for reminding me to bring it out today. Well, very ladies and gentlemen, as we are wrapping up the very program, we will be back immediately after a short break. Then when we come back, we start the presentation of the ladies. This is purely an affairs of the business of the day. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Simon, the Union Past National Bureau of Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers of Nigeria, and constantly the adopted son of the Medical and Health Workers of Nigeria, and recently again, the NUT have applied that they also want to adopt me as their son. And I don't know whether the president will allow them to pick me from the medical health or not, but I don't think. Sorry. I have no problem. There's no problem.
Hello, comrades, I see there's an announcement. Please, for the Muslim brothers and sisters who want to go and do their ritual prayers, please you should go. But try as much as you can to be back, because we are recorded for the session of the National Delegate Conference at exactly 2:20. So please try as much as you can. 3:20. We are recorded at exactly 3:20. So please try as much as you can to be here by 3:20. Thank you.
For those who don't understand what it means, you are to be back when 3 o'clock don't pass with 20 minutes. So it's can we take international please? We are singing. The national anthem is if you are sitting, you should stop standing. This is my Nigerian. After the count of 3, 2, 1. Arise, O
Shall we pray? Our Most High God, we want to again thank you for your grace over our life. We want to take you for the since morning to this morning. We want to thank you for the life of the church of God. We want to thank you for the push that started our study as we are leaving this very for the first segment and coming back to the next one. We pray for your guidance. For in Jesus Christ's name I pray.
Please, all zonal secretaries